This is Rio Rio. Oh, she likes her string. She likes the Rio string. This is Rio. She's almost a year old. She's the half Maine Coon and half some domestic breed. I don't know what the other half of her is. I think it's tabby. Some sort of orange tab, possibly an orange tabby, honestly. um, she actually is good friends with her litter mate, her brother, who is owned by my friend. We got him from the same litter, obviously. His name is Buddy. I call her Rio, but her name was, it's short for Oreo because she's black and white. But it really comes out, oh, Rio. Rio. Um, she's super adorable. This kitten. She she doesn't really act it around people she doesn't know, and she's very tough as far as that goes. She's kind of a bitch, actually. Um, and she's getting so big. Rio. So they take like, I don't know, 2 to 3 years to fully grow. The Maine Coon gets bigger than a normal cat, and it takes longer to get big. They call him the dog of the cat world because they kind of act like dogs. Um, Her brother Buddy looks like a long-haired orange tabby, but his fur is so soft and full that the stripes are almost lost in the fineness and of his fur. So he looks very like blonde almost. He chases Rio bad. They play hard. Rio and Buddy. Rio decided this was her string, and I didn't argue with her. She 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 finds ways to amuse herself. She's very she has tons of personality. She, according to the Jesus Christ, you do not want Rio attacking you. I promise you that. Like um, she's very fast, and she's her claws are sharp. She's still very young, and her brother outweighs her easily. He's just bigger. Buddy's bigger than she is, and frankly, a little meaner. Although I bet that would be argued probably because people who don't know Rio, she's not very friendly to them either. So I think it has something to do with the. Well, some cats are like that, but I think these Maine Coons are especially uh, almost protective. Like they really bond with this sort of with the human, kind of like a dog. This cat is the only. She hunts with me. I don't know how else to say it. She posts up, and as soon as I have the rifle in my hand, she is on the ground. She is, and she's behind me, like she's watching for game. She'll scare up game. She'll stay behind me when I have the. It's like she knows she's very smart. She's incredibly smart, and she sees what happens to game, and so she doesn't get in the way of that thing. She knows exactly what that rifle is. She picked that up in a hurry, and I just can't believe it. I've never had an animal that took it upon itself to post up and hunt next to me. I don't I don't unless you've had that sort of experience. Some of the experiences I've had with animals are pretty pretty unique, you might say. But unless you have bonds like with animals like that, you just it's very difficult to explain. Uh, yeah, not that people don't. A lot of people do. A lot of people have bonds like that with their animals. What are you doing, Rio? Yeah, she started playing with this string, and um, I found it mildly entertaining. So I thought, oh, let's share it with the world. Just tell everybody what a cute kitten Rio is. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose, right? She's adorable. And people love cat videos, right? How hard is that? Cat video. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. So, she's out of frame though. She's not very good at staying on her spot if I don't keep her on her spot. Huh, Riri. Rio, you're not talking very much. According to the people I got her from, she was um, the most talkative. It was their way of saying that she was annoying as hell. And I guess she just meowed. It sounded like she just meowed constantly, like she was sort of. She did kind of. She was like meow, meow, wee wee, meow, meow. See, even and when she's in play mode or she's going for something, you're just stupid to get in her way. Like she's not gonna be able to tell the difference between you and the string right now. She don't care about nothing but that string. Wee wee. I tied a couple knots in the string because it's so slick. It's like a piece of nylon you'd I don't know, something durable, like this sleeping bag or something like that, like some kind of, seam on some kind of outdoor jacket or bag or something. I mean, so it's strong. I probably got, I don't know, 10 feet of it or something, 15 feet. Uh, and, uh, and, and it slides right through her claws and her teeth. Like she really can't hang on to it. It's almost impossible. So I tied a couple knots in the end of it, just so like she'd have a chance to get it for a minute, have something to like a stop for her claw to get in. But even that, I mean, there's the first knot. It just pulled through. There's another one. It just pulled through. She can feel the knots go through her paws. The little knots. There's another one. There's a third knot. I think there's four. And it makes her nuts. Like she doesn't. She's trying to hang on to it. Get it to stop. I just pull super slow, and just keep her entertained. Sometimes I ball it up on her because that like makes a little pilot string on her. It's freaking adorable over there. She's like she's like a little kitten in a ball of string or whatever. Like in a cartoon over there. What's up, Rio? What's up, Riri? What are you doing? She rides around in the truck with me. Uh, one of my customers, when I first got her, she's coming up on a year old, and probably right about now. I got her end of April, and she was beginning of May, probably end of April, beginning of May, something like that, last year, and she was 6 weeks old. So that means that right around 10 days from now, something like that, right around Valentine's Day is probably when she was born. You Valentine's Day kitten? Huh? That's you, huh? That's you. Valentine's Day. I mean, I guess I didn't really get her actual birth date. It's not like she came with papers or anything. They do know that that she's half Maine Coon. That much I not only do I did they say that, but I firmly believe it. I've had cats before, and um, the very minor amount of research I've done, this kitten here is fits all the descriptions to a Q. They make her and Buddy may not be as big as as they should be, or as a pure Maine Coon, just because the domestic cat, wasn't obviously probably wasn't as big as a Maine Coon, but that's not saying that they wouldn't be. Uh, being a bigger thing is probably a dominant gene trait. I'm not. I mean, I can only imagine. I have no idea. I mean, cat's genealogy is expressed in their coat, like a horse. Like only calico cats are female, and only orange tabbies are male. And you don't believe me? Look it up. And so there is. It's not like I'm a complete ignoramus about the cat genealogy, but um, I'm pretty sure that bigger gene expression is going to be dominant for. It's like brown eyes. And that may express regardless of whatever gene is next to it. It may just go, it's full bore because why not? Who cares if you're half something, right? Well, people didn't say Obama was half white. They said it's not how they phrased it, which he was. Which is the same difference. I guess that begs the question, like, what is the other half? Well, okay, now you're all just being idiots. Uh, if that was ever a question, he's Somalian. Um, he's from Somalia. No, he's not. God bless you, Obama. So we're talking about Rio, and my buddy took a picture of me in Rio when she was small. See, look at there's Rio. There's Rio and there's Rio. There's two Rios. Oh, she's getting me. It's a picture of Rio. She's biting her own picture. So that's when she was. Look how small she was. Oh, that's hilarious. Rio and Rio. Well, YouTube, you guys might like this video. Videos on YouTube. That's a gamble. You might as well just roll the dice there. What is it? What is their problem, anyways? Is there like a problem with, like, I don't know, the first five, your first five rights? What? Right to what? Why can't the first five rights in the Constitution be a thing? What is going on? Or with the amendments? First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. Sorry, right to privacy. What? Search and seizure, illegal search and seizure. I'm sorry. Hello. Like, freedom of speech. Is this? Whose freedoms? How do you validate every random fringe lifestyle and validate the 1% or less and give no room for the for what? For Trump? For white people? White man can't talk at all? Like, isn't it bad enough that we're just dumb white guys? You gotta, like, make it harder on us and make us look stupid. I'm being a little facetious, but oftentimes there's hidden magic behind what people see, what one would allow people to see, or what one would, especially one in power, might send a little, trail over here, trail over there, just to go take a dump. You might have to go and throw somebody off your trail for a minute, no pun intended, because hello, have you ever been president? Does anybody even know what the fuck they're talking about? Anytime you're bothering the president, even if you're like, well, especially when you're, in government and in politics, and that's your job, is to sort of like, or you think it's your job to like tell the president what to do. These people, anybody in that position gets on what's incredible ego and power trip, unless you're like already rich, or like being the president seems like not as big a deal until you like it is. Look, man, nobody's perfect. I'm not even defending the president per se. What I'm trying to defend is the first 5 amendments to the Constitution. And people should think about that, because you you weren't there when the people fought and died for those rights. And all you have to do is read all of them and listen to the tone of all of them, and don't separate them. Don't nitpick and pull apart words or one word, or try to reinterpret completely in the opposite direction the intent of the Second Amendment, which everybody knows full well means that the people, the general normal citizens of America, get to arm themselves. Anybody who doesn't understand that's what the Second Amendment means, and that the militia was made up of ordinary men over and under a certain age, like over 13 and under 50 or some shit. You were forced to call. You were called a Minuteman, and you were charged to answer the call to fight. And that's why it says militia, and all these people that are like twisting this thing around and saying, well, it means this because it's in this old language, but it doesn't. But here, let's spin your ass. See, this is called spin. It's political spin. And it's a bunch of horse shit. It is a bunch of horse shit, because the amendment, the first 5 amendments are there to protect the people from the government. Period. End of story. And or to allow the people to fight with and for the government that they believe in. That's why they voted for it. That's why it's their government. Okay? The one thing I think that people in office should always remember, and the people outside office should always remember, is that we write their check. We are the taxpayers and the people who move money around and who get that sales tax going on purchases we make. Here's the thing. None of us understand the power of this country or our spending dollar. None of us understand how important that dollar is, how many of us there are spending them. And when they say things like, we're the number 1 users of batteries in the whole world, think about that. Think about how many people there are here in this, how many people we represent in America, in the whole world, and the fact that we use 90% of the resources. Us. Like, everybody lives in a shithole so we can hang out in America and have fun. I'm not saying it's a bad thing per se. I live in America. But that is not a lot of other people's reality, who are walking around trying to find stuff to sell us back, off of stripping fucking ships and burned garbage and walking around in fucking dumps and shit just to live, just to like find something that some American will spend $1 on. That's not a joke. It's fucking crazy, man. It is fucking crazy out there. Like, past these borders. Almost, unless you go to Canada. I think the reason Canada is so organized is because it's so fucking cold. Nobody likes to fuck around in the cold. Like, your restless chaos and your bullshit comes from hot, steamy places and people where it's hot. And, I think in the American South, people, they try to relax and go slow and don't let the heat get to them, and, talk slow in the heat. I know, I've been down there. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that you get too hot all the time and you get all pissed off. So you're at the equator, you don't know nothing about no snow. You're just in the pissed off hot jungle all the time, And it don't matter about no bodies because the jungle don't bodies don't last long in no wet jungle. About a day, if that. You kidding me? Yeah, I mean, what? Pissed off in the jungle. How much undeveloped shit is out there? You can't walk off the front porch, man. Even around here, literally, literally where I'm sitting, there's been a bear within 10 feet of me twice, possibly 3 times in the last, the first 3 months I was here, basically. I've been here almost 6 months. And so, yeah, there's that. But the point is that, bear. Point is bear. Can't fuck around, man. Don't matter. It does not matter where you are or who you are when there's a fucking bear outside your door, okay? That is one of the equalizing forces of nature. You're either ready for that motherfucker or you might get eaten. Or fucking, I'm telling you, dude, a bear is not something you want to fuck with. If you're going to try to drop a bear, you better have something in your hand that will drop a fucking bear. You don't want to be trying to kill a bear, okay? You want to knock the bear the fuck down. If that bear is between you and a bear, you're fucking kidding me. Shit, I don't want to fucking deal with a raccoon. Oh, right. You know what? Just FYI, raccoons are in the, guess what? Bear family. Yeah. Right? Isn't that right, Rio? Raccoons. Fuck them raccoons, dude. Raccoons, coyotes. One of these days, man. One of these days, Rio and I are gonna hunt something fur-bearing. Hunt, Rio. Maybe we'll bring home a bobcat or some shit. I think you can hunt bobcat. I swear to God, that sounds crazy. I don't understand that. I really don't get that. I guess it's a fur-bearer thing or something. I'd have to relook at the laws. I think it said bobcat, coyote, coon. I think there's something else on that list too that you can just whack because it's a nuisance animal or a fur bearer or whatever the fuck they call it once you get your shit together. Most people are focused on the coyotes because they're toast things. Oh my God. And they're so fucking noisy. And that's the other thing, man. In Boulder, they are, and in Louisville, they are way, way closer to the residential areas, and I would imagine that that I'm comfortable with. When you hear how close they are, it's not freaking cool, man. Coyotes are not a fucking joke, dude. And you don't want 30 coyotes in a field next to a fucking subdivision. People are being dumb about this shit. They used to whack those things in Boulder once a year. They'd let people just, shoot on sight. You got a coyote problem? Bang. Have a nice day, coyote. You're not coming to like eat my kid or eat my dog or whatever. These coyotes, shit, man. You know what they call raccoons that kill your pets and shit? They call them marauding raccoons. The ones that get in your chicken coop and that tear apart your chickens and shit and throw feathers everywhere. Yeah, they're called marauding raccoons. And once they get a taste for that kind of shit, they're evil motherfuckers, man. Raccoons, I shoot a raccoon dead. Dead. Fuck that raccoon. Stupid ass raccoon.